doing?
No, we're going to do a series of albums called Logical Drift.
Oh,
That's
good.
just Logan Strand and I, but we plan to work as a duo on these projects. And right now we've got 2 more in the can.
Okay.
And we're working on another one right now, so it'll be 3. We're just going to keep doing them. We have no plan not to do another one. We plan to do a series.
Now, it's very soothing and very, I don't know how to describe it, but it's very easy to listen to, and it just kind of draws you in. You also mentioned that it has the ability to tone or tune the chakras. How did you discover that, and how does that work?
Yeah, I do yoga, so I've been listening to and into yoga technique and meditation for many years. I started studying with Swami Satchidananda. He was here probably started coming to the United States. He established the Hatha Yoga Institute. And he taught me a lot of yoga techniques, and I just became aware of all the concepts, surrounding yoga and the chakras, and techniques to awaken them and to stimulate them.
And then you're able to incorporate that into the music itself, aren't you?
Exactly. Yeah, that's really what our aim was, to be able to get into getting the frequencies that stimulate the chakras and getting them into the compositions that we put on the album.
Very good. Now, just out of curiosity, I know that you have. It's a little early in the show to be talking about it, but I wanted to find out from you now. There was something mentioned about the ability to download some of the free tracks off of your albums. Is that something that people can do?
Oh, yeah. I got to be honest with you. I don't do the website, so I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I think you can download up to 3 tracks from the album for free.
Good. And what is your website so that people can find that?
Logicaldrift.com.
Oh, well, that's easy to remember.
That's it.
Well, okay. Folks, you heard it here first.
Logicaldrift.com.
Okay. The cover is very interesting too. It's very soothing. I like the whole concept, and I like what you're doing. And did you have a hand in developing the cover as well? I mean, obviously you have a say in how it comes out.
Actually, that was designed by a friend of mine in Los Angeles, Aaron Nersoya. He's a great graphic designer and photographer. His website is abetdisc.com. He's done a lot of work with me over the years in terms of graphic design, and he's just got a real sensitivity for design and how to express visually what he hears, in the music.
Very nice. It's beautiful. He does beautiful work. The whole thing is really quite an awesome.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, very nice. I certainly think that you're way ahead of the crowd, and you're going to be very successful at this. You are already. Are there other people that helped you work on this that you feel are really talented that you wanted to give some credit to, or?
Well, obviously Logan Strand, Ed Finley, who really managed all of the coordinated everything in terms of getting the studio coordinated and getting the people involved to support staff. There are just so many.
Can you tell us a little bit more about Logan and his work as well, so that how it kind of sinks into your work?
Well, Logan and I actually met in South America.
Oh.
I was with my uncle, who has an air conditioning business in South America, which is not a bad business to be in South America.
Right.
It's like having a furnace business in Alaska.
Right.
A no-brainer. Anyway, we were in a small border town called Antonio, on the border between Colombia and Venezuela. We were in a cafe, and I saw Logan. He was sitting at the bar, and I could tell he was not a local, let's say. And I started up a conversation, and I asked him, so what are you doing here? It's really not a place where I would expect to see someone like you. He said, I came down here because I wanted to study the traditional Colombian music, and the people I was supposed to be with, blah blah blah, they didn't show up, and it looks like the project is going to fall apart.
Huh.
So we started talking, and he's from London. Oh. And I said, well, when you get back to London, give me a call. I gave him my phone number at home. And I said, maybe we can do something together. And he'd already done a bunch of projects. He'd been doing things in reggae music with Sly and Ravi, and with Lee Scratch Perry, some of the people from the Wailers, Bob Marley's group. And he and I started talking, and that's how I got into doing some of these other projects. And we kind of just formed this this informal relationship where, we kept bouncing ideas off each other. He kept coming to me with projects. I kept telling him, well, look, maybe we can do something like this. Maybe, what do you think about doing something with Lee Perry, or what do you think about doing something with some ska, traditional ska music players? And, we'd just bounce ideas off each other. And it would be either me or him. Okay, who's going to go do it? I'm going to go. You're going to go. Maybe we'll go together. And so it just kind of built up from there. We've been doing projects over the years. I guess for probably like 15, 20 years now we've been working together.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
And we just said, okay, we've been doing stuff for a lot of other people. How about if we do something?
Oh. That's when the light bulb went off.
Yeah, right.
Very good, very good. Well, I also like that it looks like you're going into a whole new area that you may not have been actively involved with, which is the merging or the integration of the New Age genre, alternative medicine, metaphysics, music therapy, music healing, naturopathy, and spa communities. So how did that idea develop, and how do you see that emerging in the near future?
That's a question that's just loaded with history. I mean,
we have time.
We started thinking about this, when we started thinking about this project, actually, the Logical Drift Project. I had been to Israel. We went to at the Dead Sea, and just exploring the whole terrain there, the whole the natural terrain. And at the Dead Sea, there's a huge movement, a huge spa movement where for wellness, healing. And all kinds of therapeutic resources. And my experience there, and in talking with Logan, we decided that we wanted to focus on this whole idea of creating a music that was going to be centered around this whole feeling, this whole concept of wellness and healing. And so it kind of grew from there, and we started exploring more and more, the connection between them, and that's how Logical Drift came about.
Well, that's very logical.
Yes.
Have you during your
fun? Yeah, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
During your many years of yoga experience and meditation, and obviously you've been to so many other countries that have probably taken you in some pretty high places internally. Have you had any experiences or numerous experiences of what people refer to as enlightenment as a result?
I'm not really sure how to answer that. Enlightenment in the sense of feeling this. You know, once I was in South America, and I had this feeling like this huge sense of the power of love.
Ah.
It was just like an intense feeling. All of a sudden, I felt like this intense feeling of love. Not love coming from me, but love coming to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's ever since then, it's just been like I've been on this path.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Well, you know, a lot of my guests talk about that and mention that they're guided by invisible forces that are, you know, moving them closer to their soul's purpose in life, which basically is spreading the love. I guess the Beatles started, you know, their songs with that, so the message hasn't changed much. It's just that the world has, and I think it needs love more than ever now, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, that's always been the message, I think. There is no other message.
There really isn't.
That's the message.
Right. That is it. So there's obviously,
either you get it or you don't. I mean, eventually, I think everybody gets it because there's no other possibility. You have to get it sooner or later.
Yeah. Yes. That's an inevitable inevitability.
Yeah. Everybody gets it sooner or later. It's just the power of love.
Yes. Yeah.
People sing about it. People talk about it. You know, and it's all that's the one and only message. Yeah. There is no other one.
Yes, I totally agree with you. And it seems that there are more people that are waking up to that now, that are having these kind of epiphanies and realizing that. And it seems as if there's almost a movement afoot to shift the way things are, that we're tired of, we've always been tired of wars. I mean, I remember the Vietnam protests, and it's time to put a stop to all that. That can't be a loving act. There's no love in killing another human being. So I'll know that love has conquered all when we see it happening here in the world.
Yeah, right. Well, I think we have a long way to go.
I think you're right.
That's not the point. We always have a long way to go, but the point is, love conquers all, as you said. That's the only way. That's the only reality.
So now you said you had a couple of other albums that are all ready to go now.
Yeah. We have another album another two albums actually that we finished.
Wow.
We're working on a third one now. So over the next, probably the next 18 months, we'll be releasing them. And then from there, we really have no plans not to do more. Our plans are just to continue to put stuff out. As long as we feel inspired and we feel that people are interested and want to hear what we're doing, we'll keep doing it.
Well, good. When you're doing the music together, do you ever? I mean, obviously you must have this experience because all artists and anybody that does anything creative has this experience where there's a moment of excitement and when the project just gets really, you just get so thrilled to work on it that you can't stop. I imagine that you both have that experience while you're doing this music.
Yeah, we do, and our wives have let us know that it's something that can't continue. We have to know when to put it down and come home.
All right, I see.
So yeah, we get pretty involved. Once we close the door, we don't want to be disturbed. But it gets pretty intense. I was, in fact, this first album, I was responsible for doing the final edits, and during the summer months, we usually have a house in Poland. We usually spend our summers in the south of Poland, and I spent most of that summer, July and August, just doing the edits on this album, and it got I was pretty much locked up in the studio there for most of the day. So my family let me know that that wasn't entirely acceptable.
Well, communication is the key.